Welcome to the Wed Pro Podcast, the show for wedding professionals and business owners.
Each month, we bring you top industry experts, business chat, and hints and tips to grow your business.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Roxy.
Welcome to the Wed Pro Podcast. Hi, and welcome back to our next episode of the Wed Pro Podcast. How are you doing, Roxy?
I'm doing really well. Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? How are you doing, Katie?
Really good, really good. We've had a bit of a crazy week, haven't we? But the sun is shining today. We're obviously going into bank holiday weekend for those of us that are listening in kind of real time. You subscribe. Hey to our subscribers. Hi.
And if you don't subscribe, why not? Hit that subscribe button, please, because you're missing out. Let me just tell you, you're missing out on some juicy stuff.
I know. Let's just... I didn't actually realise this. So I'm a pod listener. People will know I'm a pod listener. And I've been streaming them and not downloading, but downloading means, I don't know if you knew this, Roxy, that your episodes will automatically download. So if your internet signal drops, like it does for me, because I live in the middle of nowhere, or I often listen to pods when I'm driving, it's fine. Like, it's downloaded, it's there, and I can just play and pick them up at my heart's delight. So
I already knew that. I think most people did, Katie. Sorry.
Just me. Yeah, there we go. I just was like streaming. I was fine. Who knows? Anyway, don't do a Katie. Hit subscribe. Yeah, we be more Roxy. There we go. So yeah, really good. Are you up to anything lovely over the bank holiday?
I'm having a barbecue tonight. Like, when the sun shines, my brain just goes, barbecue.
Yeah, I think people can relate.
So barbecue tonight. Just a chill one, actually. My two lads are going off to their dad's for the whole of the bank holiday weekend, so I've got a nice, relaxed, chill. Don't really know. And I think I'm having someone's dog on Monday. Like,
you're puppy sitting for me, aren't you?
Yeah.
Let us know. Anyway, we love to hear from you guys. Obviously, we've got our group that you can come and let us know what you're up to, whether you're at weddings this weekend, or whether you're having a bit more of a relaxing weekend. So Roxy's puppy is sitting for me. We've got a trip out to Harry Potter studios on Monday.
So jealous. My little girl is I told her this morning, I broke it to her. I've been holding off breaking it to her. By the time
this goes out, will have been. But I'll let you know on the next part, our experience of going on a bank holiday. I've been before. Did not know. Here's a little fact for you, that the 2nd of May is actually International Harry Potter's Day. So coincidence that
it's gonna be rammed.
I know. Anyway, let us know.
Shall we dive into today's topic?
Yeah, absolutely. So we asked you guys what you wanted. Loads of you got in touch over on Instagram and inside our group as well. And one of the topics that keeps coming up is blogging, isn't it, Roxy?
It is, and blogging is something that we all need to be doing in our businesses, especially in the wedding industry, because it's a great way of, showing the expert that you are in your business. But it's so important, but I think it scares a lot of people.
Absolutely. And we touched upon this on a previous episode. So go and find that episode if you want to kind of get into blogging a little bit more detail. Today we're going to do a different spin on it and just kind of focus on the reasons why you should have a blog, and then go back and listen to our other episode, all about kind of blogging tips, etc., keywords, how to kind of get your blog post ranking, and we'll pop a link in the show notes so that you can go and get hold of that. Today is kind of a one about like mindset, isn't it? And like all the reasons as to why, and they're credible reasons. So it's mindset with a bit of education, which is what we're here to do.
By the end of this, our aim is to get you to go, do you know what? If you're not blogging already, which you should be, by the way, to go, that's it. I'm writing a blog. Write a blog right now. That's what we want. It doesn't have to be scary, and it's not actually once you get into it.
Absolutely not. And we'll pop that episode in the show notes for those of you that want to kind of look at blogging in a little bit more detail. So yes, you need a wedding biz blog. That's today's episode. So Roxy, let's talk blogging.
Where shall we start?
Let's start at the beginning. So, you've set up a business. Here's a great reason to be blogging, but let's just start right at the beginning. You've set up a business, you're really excited, you've got your website built, which is absolutely fantastic. And what you'll find is that you'll sit there and you might have gone and kind of SEO'd your website and done everything that you should be doing with kind of pictures, SEO terminology, putting in your keywords, that sort of thing. But what we all know is that regularly updating your website provides Google with kind of the information to come along and crawl your website. Mm-hmm. So when you first kind of set up your business and you set up a website and you think, oh, okay, yeah, fantastic. That's absolutely great. But you do need to be kind of coming up with fresh content on your website. Otherwise, it goes static. And what static means is that it doesn't keep continually crawling Google.
So let's compare like wedding business A and wedding business B. Wedding business A, it's got a brand new website or like got set it up and going lovely. Got couples in, like doing weddings, etc. Wedding business B has the website, also blogs, but is also doing like the weddings and talking to the brides, etc. Your website, like Katie was saying, with it being, if you are blogging like wedding business B, Google's going to keep popping back to your website and because you're going to keep updating it, so it's going to continuously keep on. Every time you update it, it's going to go, oh, this one is crawling again, and then crawl it. If you're like wedding business A and you don't have a blog and you've got a website, then you don't update it on a regular basis, because who updates their website on a regular basis if you don't have a blog?
Forever. We know this, don't we?
So your website is not going to get pinged up by Google, and they're not going to come and crawl it.
No, like starting a business is fun, right? And you've probably spent like a really awful long time and effort like creating your website. You've probably really thought about your branding, really thought about the fonts, colours, etc. And then boom, it's live. Congratulations. And then yeah, Google comes along with its bots, has a really good look at your website, and then it decides where it's going to be ranked. But after this, exactly what we were saying, if there's nothing new for Google to look at, it just doesn't go anywhere and doesn't get in front of the people that you want. Now, you were saying as well, like, let's compare wedding business A and B. Really love that, actually. I really, really do. And the thing is as well, that blogging sets you up as the expert. So let's say people find you on social media or at a wedding fair or wherever they find you. You might have handed them a business card or a networking event and somebody's recommended you. Like when they come to your business and you've got a blog, you're providing them with information. It gives them a reason to stay on your website longer. It gives them then a reason to kind of get in touch with you, and you're providing them with helpful information that sets you up as the expert in your field.
It builds credibility, doesn't it?
Yeah, and they like trust massively, and it's a huge opportunity for you to be able to show your personality, share your skills, and grow that audience as well.
It's great to build that know, like, and trust. And I know if you're a regular follower of ours, how often do we bang on about know, like, and trust? But it's so true.
It is really important, and I've actually had like a different look at this recently. Like, a friend of mine is getting married, and I've been in the industry a really long time now, and stuff that comes kind of naturally.
Long time.
Yeah, naturally to me, I kind of had a reminder that actually this information isn't out there for people who are just at the start of their wedding planning journey.
I think I had like a bit of an epiphany of like, oh, actually, like I do know my stuff.
Yeah, and she was asking me like, where do I find this and where do I find that? But remember that your ideal clients are like constantly asking questions into Google, and when you blog, and you use blog posts that are answering those questions that your ideal client might be asking, what are the best venues to get married in a certain area? Like, what are the best flowers to have for a winter wedding? Things like this, things that your ideal client would want to know information about. When's the best time to book a photographer? Your content is then going to show up, and that then, better than social media posts actually, is out there doing the work for you long after you've blogged.
Yeah, that is so true. Another great reason, and the reason why you should be blogging, is you're able to target those couples that are not ready to book or buy your services yet.
Yeah, that's true. You know, we know that lots of people, if they come across your website, lots of them are leaving without kind of taking any action. Blogging, like when they find your website, gives them an opportunity to then hit subscribe and become a regular kind of reader of your blog, and then you're showing up in their emails if that's what you've got set up inside of your business. I know that we've got that set up inside our business, haven't we, Roxy? But then also you're able to go and share that over on social media as well. So once you've blogged and you've written it once, you can share that again and again and again, can't you? Look, here's my blog post. You might be able to, you could be interested in this subject, and it won't just be your ideal client that kind of finds that information out, but it might be friends and family, mothers of brides, mothers of grooms, etc.
Oh, well, like I've come across this blog, I was like trying to find out about that information. Look here, I've found the answer. What's also really good about blogs and sharing it over onto your socials, not only that, but you can repurpose it. You can make it into all sorts of like amazing things. Like you could, and this is not exactly what we're here to chat about today, but this is what happens on our podcast. We talk about one thing and it takes us to like another area. But repurposing content, like, oh my god, like from a blog, there's so many different types of content that you can get from writing one blog that could even like, it could serve you for social media posts, a lead magnet, like
you can pull bits out of it as well. Yeah, but blog posts, they kind of are around forever. So once you've created that blog post, you can repurpose it into social media content over and over again. But also it'll show up time and time again in internet searches as well. So it's a much bigger platform for you to be able to showcase your skills, expertise, passions, etc., your portfolio. And what's great about blogging is, and if you niche down and blog with your ideal client in mind, is that you'll only be speaking to your ideal client. So they'll be searching, you'll be writing blog posts for your ideal clients, so that when they find your content, it's going to be stuff that they're interested in and stuff that they want to read about, which is really great, isn't it? Like we know like on social media how really fast and quick social media can be, and some of the time it's about resharing things so that you get in front of people more and more. But with blogging, people are searching with Google with an intention. So you're going to Google, you're searching with an intention, looking for wedding florists in my local area, for example, or looking for information like how to book, like how do I even book a wedding photographer? Where do I find a wedding photographer? And these are things that I've been asked recently. And I said, go and have a look on Google. Obviously I know a lot of wedding suppliers, so I was able to recommend a few people.
This is why she's tapping you up, I'm telling you.
But this is, it actually gave me an insight into what it's like for couples who have never planned a wedding before and don't really know where to start.
But don't forget as well, with all of the content that you write, like blog content, social media posts, whatever it is, your brides are on like a cycle. So posts that you've written and blogs that you've done like 6, 8, 10 months ago, you can reuse them.
Yeah, repurpose them. Just go in and
go and
listen to our other kind of our previous episode.
But not yet. After this episode, please.
Not right now. Stay. You'll miss the good stuff.
Another great reason about blogging is it's a really good way to reinforce your brand. It's a really, really good way of getting your personality out there, letting people like see who you are, what you're about, because how you write your blogs will determine, you know, whether people are thinking, oh yeah, this person's on the same, you know, page as me or not.
Yeah, or wavelength, or these are exactly the type of weddings. And the more niche and more specific you get, like you might only want to work with brides that want like a boho kind of themed wedding. So then when you write with your ideal client in mind, you know, the people that come and find your blogs and are searching for that kind of terminology over in Google are going to be more likely to book you.
Yeah. So here's something for you all to think about. Think about your business as a brand as a whole. If you blog, is your brand being put across into your blogs, like the images that you're using, the wording, the graphics, the colours? Because I know we talk a lot about and we do a lot of business audits for wedding industry professionals, but think about your blog as well, because that all needs to be in line with the...
It could be the first thing that people see. Like if that's what's come up on Google, you know, that's the first thing that people are seeing. And, you know, quite often, you know, as wedding professionals, and, you know, I've been guilty of this in the past. I'm not afraid to say it. You know, Roxy will be like, oh, shock. I've been guilty of like spending so much time on a homepage and then kind of forgetting about that actually it might not even be the homepage that people kind of landed on first. It could be something totally different. It could be the dress, like my contact page. It could be something else. So
don't neglect those other pages. Don't neglect your blog page. Like, think we have now actually, because we are like ever since our new kind of website, which you can go and check out now, links in the description. We have in Canva, we have got like blog templates, like blog banner templates, like freebie banner promotion templates. So everything is so easy now. Now we've created the template, you go in and change your title, bing, everything looks lovely, on brand, in sync with each other, and it
this is something that kind of
happy. I do like a happy dance when I go onto our blog page and I'm like, oh, look at all them.
Yeah, this is something that we do see time and time again, don't we? And, you know, and it's actually only kind of flagged up as, excuse me, sorry, in terms of we've looked at other people's websites and I'm like, oh, you know, I've done this in the past, but kind of just think about where other people are coming from. So that's a really great tip. We have website banner templates, like you said, or, you know, our blog post banner templates that we've just created so that just everything's kind of on brand. You can do that yourself. You'll have your own brand. It's really simple to make, isn't it? And then you can just, for those of you that have Canva Pro, if you're using Canva, you know that we do love Canva. You can resize really easily as well, can't you? So it's
it honestly makes like designing anything in your business like so easy. Just click that resize button and it pops up as this size for you all. Yeah, it is really great. We will pop the link for Canva below if you want to check out. We've got Canva Pro now actually, and wouldn't be without it.
No, we wouldn't. And it was a funny thing because we've probably been using Canva for a good kind of 6 odd years now, haven't we? And
we used to hate it.
It's got so much better. It's really, really good, and we would not be without it. Absolutely. So that's kind of it in terms of kind of designing any graphics that you're using, or any imagery that you're using to just keep it kind of on brand. But also think about the photographs as well. So, you know, a lot of weddings is aesthetic, and littering your blog posts with relevant photographs that just match up as well, so that people not only are reading your words and getting the information, getting your expertise, they can see a visual of your work as well. And that's important that you keep that true to you as a wedding supplier, and true to your ideal client, and true to the brand that you want to convey to your client. So in terms of what's different between blogging compared to social media, so I thought we would cover this one as kind of another reason as to why you need a blog. Lots of people say, oh well, I haven't got a website yet, or I've got a website but I haven't got a blog, or blogging's not for me. And what we said, you know, we were going to own it on the start of this podcast. Like, this podcast is all about mindset and the reasons as to why to say yes to getting a wedding business blog if you don't already have one. So your website and your blog is yours and you own it. Social media is absolutely amazing, and we know, you know, how much we love social media. We love it. But you don't own it, and you don't own any of your followers over there as well. Whereas your website and your blog, you do. So you want to move websites, you pick up the content and take it away.
Yep.
Now, if you're purely running your business on social media, not to scare anybody at all, but you're just leaving yourself open to
this sets my anxiety off. This thought sets my anxiety off. So if anyone else is out there, like you don't, that could go down at any time. Like, it could be taken away from you. So you need to have that intellectual property of all those tips and all those posts that you've got on social media. I'm so sorry about my Facebook notification. You need to get it across onto your blog as well.
Yeah, it's just about not having all of your eggs in one basket. So, you know, having other avenues out there, a website that's got traffic, and kind of just having lots of things and lots of ways that direct traffic to bookings for you. So if one thing does go down, and it happens, we know it happens.
Remember the time when...
Yeah, it happens. We know, we'll remember. People will remember forever that you've got other things that you can rely on, and you know, you can sit there and think, oh, you know, but it'll come back up again. But we know of businesses, haven't we, that have lost their pages, lost their groups, and unfortunately it does happen. So it's really important not to just put all of your eggs in one basket there, particularly if you've got no control over it. So, you know, your email marketing list you will always own, your website you own, your blog you own. And Instagram, like Pinterest, Facebook, they're fabulous. All of them are really brilliant, and they're a free and fabulous way of like marketing your business. But they are short-term gains. So, you know, content really moves incredibly quickly. Pinterest a little bit more longer. So Pinterest, like, as we know, we're discovering Pinterest more and more and more. Pinterest is a search engine, not a social media. And Pinterest works similarly, like pulls in leads long after you've posted them. So a bit more long term on Pinterest. But Instagram, Facebook especially, those of you that are on TikTok, Twitter, doing reels like that, you're going to get likes. You might even get bookings. Like, we get bookings, don't we, through our platforms, which is great. But often when they found you through your audience, either on Instagram, wherever it is, Facebook, social media, even if they find you on Pinterest, they're then going over to your website to find out more about you. That's what we know about your your audience. And you're probably using those platforms to direct people over to your website as well. And then when they're on your website and you've got a blog, it keeps them on your website longer, which tells Google, hey, like, people are liking this website. We're gonna, you know, rank that website a little bit higher.
It's going up.
Blog posts are around forever. Like, you know, we've said that again. So long after you've posted that blog, it can be working for you in your business. Your website is basically like your shop front, isn't it? And it's really where you're going to showcase that work and make the sale at. And it might be that you don't make the sale directly from your website. We hear this a lot from wedding professionals.
And also, how great is it, you know, when you've got a bride or a groom or a couple in your inbox, you can say, hey, like, whilst they're waiting for a reply from you, why not set your auto reply to be like, hey, thanks for your message, we'll get back to you, blah blah blah. In the meantime, come and check out my blog. Yeah,
that's a really great way to kind of pull people over. Absolutely. So kind of your website, back to the kind of the point I was saying, in terms of like your website is really where you're going to be able to showcase your work in blog posts and in, you know, your galleries and your about section, and it's kind of your shop front to your business. And it might be that people don't directly book you via your website. They might, they may not. We talk to a lot of wedding professionals that say, oh, people book me on Facebook. But they've probably checked out your website at some point, or they've started a conversation at a wedding fair and then gone and checked out your
They are definitely checking out your website. We know that when couples are purchasing things for their wedding, it's a big thing for them. It's an emotive thing. They aren't just going to be doing things on a whim. So for me, when I was getting married, I was hunting out everybody. I was checking out. I would literally look on every page of the website. It's like, oh, you know, just making sure. So when they come to your site, you need to make sure that you're doing everything that you can be doing to make them go, oh, okay. And the blogging is a great way of doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a really good point, actually, like in terms of kind of the psychology of a bride and how they kind of go through. Sometimes it's a case of them just reiterating the decision and
like confirming an okay with themselves.
Reconfirming in their mind that they want to book you, and, you know, having a blog where you're sharing your expertise, sharing your trust, showing that you're kind of the expert in your niche, really builds that kind of trust factor in people. And you're going to need people's trust to, especially inside of this industry. They're quite often paying you, and then kind of trusting that you're going to show up for their big day, which of course you are, but they don't know that. So you've worked really hard on your website. Basically, you know, you've worked super hard on your website, you've worked super hard on your business. Be proud, get it out there, start driving your audience to it, and blogging is a really great way to do that. If you are interested in blogging and hearing about our tips, you can either check out our past podcast, or you can download our freebie. We've got 5 tips for you to create a better business blog, and you'll also get 2 written blog posts. Just a really great way for you to give you a kickstart and an encouragement to keep on blogging for your business. So if you're interested in getting hold of that, click the link below. We've got a great freebie. You're also going to get our top tips as well.